crazy men, whatever. Not good guys.
Weak. Let's put it like that.
Lower value is weak.
Okay.
So when I said if you attracted a higher value man, you think you're going to make him wait until marriage? How do you think that's
sweetheart? I'm gonna tell you like this: my cookies is worth the wait.
Well, first off, check that, sweet. No, your cookies ain't worth the wait because you ain't made nobody wait. You got 2 kids without a marriage. You are not going to be responsible. So this extra degree, extra thing is all actually not going to an outcome. It's just sitting on the wall.
You think so?
Man, if you have a husband paying 75% of everything and you're paying 25%, you are not in a career. You got a job. I didn't cut you off. You couldn't use the company car, the company credit card. It would end. And you couldn't say, well, you guys owe me this because you've made so much money. That's not how it works. It's over. Do you accept that? Do you accept that in the work world? No. First off, do you accept that in the work world? That's how it happens.
The reason I don't accept what you're saying is because
in the work world,
unemployment. So
unemployment is not paid by the unemployment is not paid. First off, unemployment is not your full salary. Due respect, you don't seem to get that. Men judge the way we judge. And yes, like I said, you have no problem getting men to pay you attention. You've got no problem attracting men, but getting a man to take you seriously. And would you like to be married?
I would.
Okay, and that's a problem because you're asking a man to become a stepfather.
That's why I think about the threshold. Okay, so there are several things I'm thinking about, and then I know strategy. So I could take a plumber and have him have an entire business because that's the way that my mind works. And so I would make that work for us.
Put your penis up.
Somebody laughing.
You see what you just did? You see what you just did?
See how
I gave you a man who's out doing just fine on his own, and you got to go make him earn one and be like you. That ain't gonna work, boo.
It's not. So
because you're gonna emasculate the hell out of him. Because it's like, well, now I've been Thomas, you've been a plumber for 20 years and you just happy, yeah. But now she got me trying to have a truck and this and that going over here and that. Well, why? Well, because she's used to Birkin bags, and she thinks we can become accredited investors. And what's that gonna be like sitting up in the bed on Sunday when Thomas wants to sleep in? Hey, you should get up and start that website. We can do this, we can do that.
Now you see why I say somebody got to be on the same frequency as me. Somebody that enjoys preparing and creating.
But you're on a masculine frequency.
Oh, okay.
You're not on the right. You're on a masculine frequency.
Okay.
So if you want somebody on that, okay, are you all right being 1 of 5?
Oh, I already had that scenario, and I didn't like that.
Well, then are you all right with letting Thomas just be? You're not going to accept Thomas.
Why does Thomas have to be my scenario though? When I'm surrounded by men that are like engineers and
because they don't want baby mamas. They're 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line is you don't want it to be 50-50. But here's the thing. Okay, so listen, this is important. Ready? Mm-hmm. That means this career you're talking about, you're going to give it up anyway because the real career is your husband. He's going to be bringing in all the money. If you get the man you want, he's going to be the major breadwinner. You are not going to be responsible. So this extra degree, extra thing is all actually not going to an outcome. It's just sitting on the wall.
You think so?
Man, if you have a husband paying 75% of everything and you're paying 25%, you are not in a career. You got a job. He's carrying the lion's share. So why do you need a master's or anything else like that to cover 25%? No, listen.
I was gonna give my
Because this is what so many sisters don't do. They just go talk about jobs and careers and this, but when it gets right down to it, I really don't want to have to be the one responsible for the financial load. I hope God blesses me with a man that I can be, and that's fine. So start with the end in mind.
Okay, I need some advice.
All right.
I'm a 37-year-old woman.
All right.
2 children.
Okay.
I do not have a problem getting a man. It's just I attract weak men.
Okay.
I am celibate. I've been celibate for 2 years.
What?
I've been celibate for 2 years.
Where'd that come from?
I'm want to know, is that the reason why?
You 2 people that came out of you. What you talking about? I'm saying, I'm trying to understand what's the philosophy here. You're not a virgin. You got 2 people came out of you. What's going on?
Oh no, you did not.
Oh no, you did not have the nerve to bring vagina out here and close it up at 37 years old with 2 kids out here.
And I'm gonna tell you the reason behind that is because when I do open my legs, the men they get crazy.
P whipped?
Yes.
So the solution is so let me get this right. So you meet a man that's a high value man, a good guy. You think you're gonna be celibate for what? What? Till you married?
Yes.
You got your goddamn mind. I wish I would meet a 37-year-old with 2 kids and think you gonna separate checks. Separate checks. Check, please. No, listen, man. I'm making light of it because it is crazy. You're almost 40 years old with 2 kids talking about celibate. You need to be trying to get that away to secure a man.
No.
Listen,
When I do that,
listen. No. You're talking about, okay, what you said is you attract lower value men.
Not really.
Not the right men, crazy men, whatever, not good guys.
Weak. Let's put it like that.
Lower value is weak.
Okay.
So when I said if you attracted a higher value man, you think you're going to make him wait until marriage? How do you think that's
sweetheart? I'm gonna tell you like this. My cookies is worth the wait.
Well, first off, check that, sweet. No, your cookies ain't worth the wait because you ain't made nobody wait. You got 2 kids without a marriage.
I was married.
Name me the product that gains value with age and use.
A product that gains value with age and use?
Yeah.
I want to say your mind, but I may be different. I may be wrong.
No, I said a product. Where can you go buy a mind? A product.
Oh, a product. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you're going to tell me.
Yeah, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. And let's just talk about your cookies. They're getting older and they've been used.
That don't mean nothing.
You're right. They don't.
Oh, you are Henri.
No, I'm honest. I'm honest, ma'am. What can you, an individual, do about an industry that's dying?
Stay positive.
Excuse me?
Positive in your own.
Stay positive. There were people who sold horses and buggies. But when the automobile came along, you could have made the best horse and buggy and the best horsewhip. You could be as positive as you want. When the market died, you were out of business.
Or you just downsized.
There's downsize for no dimension. You can't downsize. How can you downsize if you were a small? That person had a 9-to-5 job. How could she downsize being 1 year in business? And see, what I'm showing you guys is this is a 20-some-odd-year-old woman who was too stubborn sign language to admit that she don't know what the hell she's talking about. This woman is young enough to be my daughter. She ain't completed nothing in life. She didn't even complete college. And that's the point. And this is the problem. And you wonder why women who look like you, who think like you, and who act like you are chronically single. You need to understand what a man that you would want what he would want in a girlfriend, wife, or significant other.
Like a good mother,
No, ma'am. No,
a
no, no,
good
no, ma'am. No,
wife.
that changes from every man. That changes from man to man. Where's your father?
Oh, I didn't grow up with a mother or a father.
All right. So, due respect, you don't seem to get that men judge the way we judge. And yes, like I said, you have no problem getting men to pay you attention. You've got no problem attracting men, but
Yeah.
getting a man to take you seriously. And would you like to be married?
I would.
Okay, and that's a problem because you're asking a man to become a stepfather. You're asking, let's say you're asking me to come in and take care of one man's child, a man's two children.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't create those. It's all downside. I've been a stepfather. It's a horrible deal.
What about the men that have children of their own? They want a stepmother.
Well, again, you still act as
like
though
most men at this age.
Okay, listen. I'll answer it. See, you're still speaking as if you have leverage in this thing, and I'm trying to level set you. Even if I have children, I got more options than you. I can go find a woman with no kids because I can afford both of you. If I can afford to take care of you and your kids, I can afford to take care of her and no kids.
Yeah.
Why would I pick you and your kids when I know your kids are not going to, I'm not their father. They'll never look at me as their father. I got all the responsibility and none of the upside of being a biological father. Can I discipline those children like they were my own?
They don't need discipline. They're very
see, that's your problem. There you go, right there.
I'm not saying we should have a special victim status, but our circumstance is different. We are women. We are less
you're 24 years old. Is your circumstance harder or easier than your grandmother and your great grandmother?
Exponentially easier. We have access to information we didn't have.
Exponentially easier, but you're handling it worse. Your grandmother and your great grandmother actually could work with a black man with more trauma.
Because they understood that the black woman and the black man are on the same side. Now that we are all free and independent and we could do whatever we want to, why would we seek to, be one with the black man? We even think that being...
Thank you. Clip it, slice it, put it on World Star. She said it, not me. Now that you're independent, you don't need to be with. There you go. There you go. And there you go, black man. There it is. She's finally got one to say it.
Build businesses with us.
Your grandmothers and your great grandmothers had more trauma and more stress and did it better. If you went to work for a company and you gave them 5 years, and in that 5 years, they benefited from your creativity, from your ingenuity, they increased their profits. Mm-hmm. All these things happen. You gave them your blood, sweat, and tears, and the employment terminated for any reason. You could not continue to expect to be paid for 6 months. You would cut off at the last day of your employment. You could not go back to that office. You could not use a computer. Listen. I need you to listen. I didn't cut you off. You couldn't use the company car, the company credit card. It would end, and you couldn't say, well, you guys owe me this because you've made so much money. That's not how it works. It's over. Do you accept that? Do you accept that in the work world? First off, do you accept that in the work world? That's how it happens.
The reason I don't accept what you're saying is because
in the work world,
unemployment. So
unemployment is not paid by unemployment is not paid. First off, unemployment is not your full salary, and it's paid through the state, and you have to qualify. If you get terminated for cause, you don't get unemployment. The point is, you're still getting the same benefit as if you were in an active relationship when it's over. So when I asked if he could actively have sex with you, that would be ridiculous. If it would be no more ridiculous than someone expecting to get full benefit of a company when they've been terminated or when they quit.
I was no longer getting full benefit. It was just partial. The home and the car. I was not getting my hair, my nails, my trips, my shopping, my whole entire life anymore. It was just whatever left of it that I had, because, you know, that was what I was stuck with. The home.
How much money would you want your husband to really earn annually? To live the life you want, to eat, travel, hair, makeup, shopping, caring for family. Come on, give it to me. Don't hide it.
$500,000.
All right. What percentage of men earn that?
Very little.
What percent?
No. I mean, if you're talking all races, I would think.
I just said what percentage of men earn that?
Oh, maybe like, what, 7% or something? Not 1%. 1%?
3% earn around 300,000 or more. 500,000 on the top, 1% of all men. And guess what? Men don't go and do what they have to do to become those kind of men. And what age do you think those men are when they're earning that kind of money?
40s.
Right. And what do men want who have fought in corporate America or fought in the work world for 20 plus years? They want kids and a legacy.
True. But I do want kids now. That was my path.
But that's recent. What you said earlier was what I believe to be the truth. I want to focus on my husband. Great. That will make you a good first wife or starter wife. But typically men want legacy. They want a woman who's going to give them 3 or 4 kids for that $500,000 they're earning, because they got to pass it on somewhere. They don't want to leave it to their dog. So the kind of men you're dating probably are these guys who want a woman to do the power couple thing. Y'all on some 50-50 splitting the bill kind of shit, which is fine.
Oh no.
Some of the misperceptions and misconceptions about some of the things I said in that video that I want to go through real quick. First and foremost, okay, I don't think all men are trash. And I also want to again
came in and shut this shit down. Tommy Lauren is teaching black women a very valuable lesson. A very valuable lesson. What is that? You cannot just drag men and get away with it. The point I made is, notice Tommy's demeanor. Notice how she's coming in to fix this. She said all men are trash. That's what she said. All men are trash. She didn't edit anything. She doubled and tripled down. She was full of that because she didn't get any pushback. Why? Because this playbook had worked in the black community for 50 years. But see, the white community, other communities where they have family system, patriarchy, family values, if nothing else, they have seen what is happening in our community. What happens when you let this gender war take root? Men are pushing back and they are shutting this crap down. Tommy Lauren's got something to teach you. Think about it. This was going on in our community for 50 years. This didn't even get a week. She made a video on Monday, and on Thursday, she was back. He was moonwalking backwards like a mug. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women. Off rip. If you do see them, they got them They got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.